everybody, what's up fam? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com, and I'm going to make a strong attempt to do a short video. I know I can't say that without laughing, but I'm really going to make a sincere attempt to do a short video on why I do not refer to myself and other black people here in America as African American. I have 5 reasons for that, but before I go into those reasons, I just want to say that I hate Jesse Jackson. I don't like the motherfucker, really. I never, ever liked him. And when he proposed to the United States that black people should now be called African American, and he made white people stick to that as political correctness, I was like, are you serious? What a dumb thing to say. Oh, he said some other dumb things too. Let me tell you the second dumb thing he said. He told America that Ebonics should be a recognized foreign language for black people in America. Who in the hell made this dumbass king of black people? I'm serious. I have zero respect for Jesse Jackson, and that reason alone is why I would never use the terminology African American. However, just calling ourselves African American is dumb, and I'm going to explain to you how dumb it is here in this video. So let's start off with the first reason why I would never use the term African American. Reason number 1, I have an American passport. It doesn't say Africa anywhere on the front or even inside my passport, okay? When I look at the front, it says passport, and then it has the wonderful eagle there, and then underneath of it, it says United States of America. It doesn't say United States of America and Africa. All right, so let me just make sure inside it says the same thing. So here's my picture inside, and when I look under nationality, once again it says United States of America. It doesn't say United States of America and Africa. So if it doesn't say and Africa, why would I recognize myself or call myself African American? My nationality is American. And you look dumb as hell, black people, when you go to other countries in Europe and tell people in Spain or Germany or Austria or Poland or Italy that you're African American. They look at you and just shake their head and say, stupid American. That's just what they say, because you are an American. African American is not a nationality. I am an American. That is what my nationality is. That is what my passport says. And it does not have Africa anywhere on the front or inside or even on the back of it. So I would never refer to myself as African American, because that's not what I am. I am an American. America, fuck yeah! Reason number 2. If I am going to claim African American as my nationality, then what part of Africa am I from? What part of Africa are my ancestors from? Are they from Ghana? Are they from Nigeria? Are they from Morocco? Where the fuck are they from? Guess what? We don't know. I even had an opportunity. I waste so much money. I would never do that again. And people, don't waste your money on getting the DNA test. It's just a waste of money. All that money you're paying for them to give you a broad spectrum of where they think your ancestors came from. So anyway, I swabbed the inside of my mouth, and I did follow all of the instructions. In getting the DNA test to tell me where my ancestors came from. And they gave me a map. You know what the damn map said? It said that 40% of my ancestors came from West Africa. It didn't say what particular country in that West Africa. It just gave me this broad generalization of, well, they're somewhere in this area of Africa. Then they said the other part of my ancestors are from South America. What part of South America? What country in South America? Well, it couldn't be that specific. It just said in that general area of South America. And then it said I have 10% or maybe 13% of families from Scandinavia. What part? Don't know. Norway? Sweden? Don't know. It just said in that area. So I'm saying to myself, what the hell? I don't have any ancestral ties to any particular country outside of America. So why would I claim the entire fucking continent? Now, if you talk to someone from Africa and they are an American citizen, they will proudly tell you their country. If they're from Ethiopia, they will proudly say, I'm Ethiopian American. If they're from Nigeria, they will proudly say, I'm Nigerian American. If they're from Morocco, I'm Moroccan American. But they never, ever, ever, ever say that they are African American. Only dumbass people here only dumb black people here use that terminology. And of course, you know, the white people who are riddled with white guilt, who are forced to be PC and use that terminology. But I never make white people refer to myself as African American. And I actually just tell them, just use black, because there's no such thing as African American. I'm not from Africa. And if my ancestors are from Africa, I have no idea what part. So that's another reason. We as blacks here in America, we don't know what part of Africa our ancestors are from. So I will not claim the entire fucking continent just because I don't know the specific country. So I will claim this country, the country that I am born and reared in. And that country is America. The third reason why I will not use the terminology or use the term, African American when talking about other black people here in America is because, well, it's an insult to black people who are really from other countries. So if you have people from Jamaica they're born in Jamaica and they was raised in Jamaica and they moved here to America and became United States citizens, well, it's an insult to call them African American because they're not African American, they are Jamaican American. The same thing with somebody from Cuba, the same thing with somebody from Haiti. If you have somebody from Cuba who comes here, they were born in Cuba and then they came here and they moved here to America when they was a child or when they was a teenager. Well, guess what? They're Cuban American. Same thing with somebody from Haiti. They're going to be Haitian American. You can't, just because someone has melanin doesn't mean they're African. It doesn't mean that. They have black people all over the world. Okay? It's an insult to tell someone, you know what, fuck your country. No. I know you're from Jamaica. I know you was born and reared in Jamaica. Yeah, I know that. But, fuck that. You're African. So you're going to be an African American just like us. They will check you and they will cuss you out because they are proud of their country. They are proud of their motherland. And their motherland is not Africa. It could be Jamaica. It could be Puerto Rico. It could be Cuba. It could be the Bahamas, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's Africa. So to call every black person, or they could be even from England. They could even be from Italy. So to just call everybody black and give them this blanket terminology that they're African American is an insult to them. And you need to stop doing that because everybody here is not necessarily from Africa. Okay? You have black people from other countries. So respect their nationality and ask them where they're from. Are you originally from America or are you from somewhere else if you hear an accent? And they'll be proud to tell you where they're from and they'll let you know, I am a Jamaican American and therefore you should refer to them as that, not African American. The fourth reason why I refuse to refer to myself as African American is because, well, fuck Africa. Fuck that place. I understand that Africans were the first slave owners and slave traders until the Arabs took it over. Oh yeah. See, the Arabs were the main slave traders in Africa. As a matter of fact, Arabs are responsible for the African Holocaust. They commit massive genocide on African people during the slave trade. And I think it started back in 640 AD. I will provide a source for that in the description box below. A lot of black people are so ignorant about slavery. They think that slavery was started by white people, and they have no idea that it was Africans who initiated, and then it was the Arabs who actually took it over. And for blacks to believe that white people just got on a boat and came to a country filled with hundreds of thousands of black people and just start snatching them up makes Africans sound like a bunch of pussies. I mean, seriously, do you really think that European traders or European settlers or people who were coming to Africa, they were powerful enough to just snatch African people without the permission of the kings and the queens there in Africa? I mean, you're really making Africans sound like a bunch of bitches, and it wasn't like that, okay? They traded, they purchased all of these slaves, all right? So you want to blame white people for slavery when your blame is misplaced, because it was African ancestors. It was Arabs, and I'm not calling them motherfuckers my ancestors. It was Arabs who captured our ancestors, and then they exchanged them with Europeans, okay? And it was the white people who stopped it. So black people need to really learn your history and when it comes to slavery. And I will do a video, a detailed video focusing on the Arab slave trade, because Arabs enslaved everybody, okay? They didn't discriminate, but they fucked African people up the most. And I find it laughable that black people will convert to Islam not knowing that their prophet Muhammad was the biggest racist there is when it comes to the Middle East. When it comes to Islam, he hated Africans. He despised Africans. As a matter of fact, he used derogatory terms like pig, pug nose, or raisin heads. And raisin heads is the equivalent of calling us niggas here in America in English. Speaking of the word nigga, by the way, do you know that Arabs still use the word abed, or abd? And I even talked about this in Muslim Feminist, The Biggest Lie Ever Told. Okay, I told you that there were so many Arabs who are still using this derogatory term in Arabic, A-B-E-E-D or A-B-D, to refer to blacks, which means slaves. Since black people were always considered slaves, they were considered lower than dirt. Arabs had no respect for them, and that's why you'll never be considered a real Muslim by these Arabs when you convert to Islam. But I am going off the subject. I will do a video dedicated to that. But what I'm telling black people is that you're pledging allegiance to a country full of people who never gave a fuck about you or your ancestors. And speaking of never gave a fuck about us, I need to let you all know. Now, black people know this, but I don't think white people know this. People who are directly from Africa, when they come here to America, they don't like black folks. They can't stand us. They despise us. They have no respect for black people here in America. Watch this.
You know what's fucked up? African people don't like black people.
You're black American, you're trash. I'm from Kenya, Africa.
Y'all know they treat us like shit. They talk down to us. They think they better than us.
You're black American. That's why you worshiping me. That's why you worshiping me. You have to take me a video like I'm a celebrity. But you have other stupid mothers. You're black American. You're trash. I'm from Kenya, Africa. My mother told me in Kenya, don't ever associate black American. You're trash.
So here it is, you have these pro-black people, Africa, and yet still you have Africans that don't even like us, never gave a fuck about us, and their ancestors never gave a fuck about our ancestors, and that's why they sold and traded them. Yet still you want to pledge allegiance to a country that is corrupt, that is evil, that is riddled with diseases. I mean, it's why? I have no ties to Africa. I have no intentions on even visiting the place, and I don't even want to be associated with it. My nationality is America. If Africans don't like me because I was born and reared here in America, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Okay? Because basically the feeling's kind of mutual, you know what I'm saying? I still got animosity against your ancestors fucking up my ancestors. So therefore, if I have no ties to Africa, if I don't even like the place, why would I use that as my nationality? Why? I wouldn't even use that to describe myself in an ethnic form, okay? My ethnicity would be black. I would not even say African. And finally, the fifth and last reason why I refuse to use the term African American when describing myself and other black people is because, and here's a shocker for you, white people can technically be African American. Now allow me to explain, because I know some black people done lost their shit now. Like, white people be African American. Oh, this cool done lost it. Let me tell you how they can. All right, so you have a section at the bottom of Africa called South Africa. And there is a city in South Africa which is full of white people, born and reared white people in Africa. They are white Africans, okay? Blonde, I mean white, like blonde hair, blue eyes, white, all right? In this city called Cape Town, you have a white woman and a white man. Both of them blonde hair, both of them blue eyed, and they got married, okay? They decided they want to live in America. So what happens? They move to America, and during the honeymoon stage, they, get pregnant. She gets pregnant, actually. And they have a baby in America while they have a green card. All right. So because these two white Africans from South Africa who were born in Cape Town had a baby in America, that white baby is more of an African American than your black ass. And it's so funny because that baby is blonde hair, blue eyes, and is more African than you. It is technically, let's put it in he, we'll say he is technically an African American. And when or if his parents decide to become United States citizens, they too are African American. Why? Because they were born in South Africa. They were born in Cape Town. And they moved to America. And unlike us, they know what part of Africa they came from. We don't. So therefore, these white people, can legally and technically refer to themselves as African American. So when you think of the term African American, under those circumstances, it does not mean that it is exclusive to people of melanin, of dark melanin, of heavy melanin, So this is the reason why it's dumb as fuck. Look who it came from. It came from a dumbass man. Jesse Jackson, all right? So you have to watch who you follow. You have to watch who you listen to. And listen, I know that this video is going to piss off a lot of pro-black people, especially the ones who are like, Africa, y'all flying your little black, green, and red flags with your little African continent. Do y'all still wear that? African continent medallions and chains around your neck with your jewelry on. I would never, I never have and I never will have any ties to Africa. I have no intentions on visiting the place, including the Middle East. Fuck that place, all right? But before you all start calling me names, let me just cut you off at the path. If you came here because you're butthurt about the truth, all right, and you call me the following names: coon, house nigger, sellout, the white man's bed wench, Uncle Tom, Aunt Tom, cracker lover, wannabe white, and black bitch traitor, let me tell you one thing. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. All right? So I admit, I am all of those things. So now what is your argument? Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have one? Yeah, that makes sense. Because all you got is name calling. But you can't disprove my argument. You can't fuck with it. Because one is the truth and two, it's logical. So call me all the names you want, but you know I'm right. And if I agree to damn all these names you're calling me, now what you got to say? Nothing. So just move along. What you need to do is start learning history. Pick up a book and learn about the truth in reference to slavery. And stop listening to what these dumbass pro-black Negroes are telling you about the white man starting slavery. No, Negro. It was the African ancestors followed by the Arabs who did it, and they mastered it. All right. White people were the Johnny-come-latelys when it came to the slave trade. So get your shit straight. All right. This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If your butt hurt, give it a thumbs down. If you are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe and I'll see you next time. Later, taters.